Hello everybody and welcome to the Luti Season 14 Division 6 Finals between Gambawaffeln and Storm and Teacup. My name is Matthew Mega and I'm here with...
Hello, hello!
Hello everyone. So we have a very important set coming up and this is the first... Dapple's been using base camps for a while, but this is my first time doing it. But taking a look at the bracket, we can really see how these two teams advance. Because remember, these two teams have to first place top two in their group and then go through another three sets worth of matches. And we can see Storm and Teacup pretty much almost sweeped 5-1, 5-0, 5-2 into finals. Almost same with Gambawaffeln. They did go 5-4 in their first set, but they did pretty much sweep. So I'm really excited to see how these two teams contest against each other because we've seen how they've pretty much swept in the bracket.
Yeah, they're both two undefeated teams in this entire playoffs, and just to see these two teams of their caliber duke it out will be incredibly entertaining.
So, so they're waiting in the lobby right now, but I mean, I haven't really been watching Div 6 happen, but looking at the maps here, we got Splat Zones on Brinewater, and we're just following up with that. I think Splat Zones, Brinewater, I mean, it's going to be super close in, and I believe both teams have a ballpoint. Yeah, both teams do have a ballpoint, so I think we're going to see at least ballpoint from one of the members of each team, maybe even double ballpoint from Storm to Teacup. But I mean, I'm really excited to watch this set. I mean, I think this is going to be I think this is going to be a close set. What do you think?
Oh yeah, it's going to be definitely a first set because yeah, these are two undefeated teams of a very high caliber who are very much likely undefeated in their own division. You know, to have made it this far with such great runs, yeah, it's going to be a very, very close set.
So yeah, I believe they are. Yeah, they're waiting on. Yeah, they're waiting. So taking a look at the teams, Puma I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if
I think it's A.
J Splat, Codes, and Nether on Storm to Teacup, and on Gambawaffeln our one and only Brownie, who's not actually streaming for us, but is playing. So that's a bit of a changed place. This is when the staff member decides to play. And then Nick, Agate, and Pelly. And I think this is going to be really interesting because, I mean, I believe Storm and Teacup, they do have a bigger weapon variety. I believe Nether is also a temp player. So,
yep.
I think, but I do see ballpoint on both sides. And I believe Junior, no, not Junior, Zap. But I do see ballpoints on both sides. So I think that's going to be interesting to see. I don't believe there's much else to really say. I mean, we're waiting for these teams to get in, so we're kind of. Oh, I believe they are in the lobby. I believe they're picking their weapons right now. So,
all right.
Okay. I mean, from what we heard on the side of Gambawaffeln, Pelly, he's not working for money. He's working for experience. And yeah, normally Brownie is on the productive side of things, the production side of things. Normally it'd probably be, I believe, yeah. Normally he'd probably be streaming this, but I think he's actually streaming something tomorrow for Luti Finals, so that's going to be cool. But I believe this is the first time I've seen one of the Dapple Productions staff members in a tournament.
Yeah, indeed. But I think we're going to be showing up the maps now. What are your thoughts on Brinewater zones right now?
Well, it's not my favorite, but I mean, both teams do have a ballpoint, so they're going to make good use of that. I think the Inkjet's really going to help them out, and I believe one of the key members of Gambawaffeln uses Junior, so that bubble is going to be really useful, especially for stopping the other team's ballpoint.
I do think both ballpoints on the side of Storm and Teacup also play E-Leader, and especially on a map like Brinewater, I think E-Leader might be a good counterpick just to deal with the other team's ballpoint. because just simply outranges it, and the map's terrain just really allows Annihilator to really play to their best.
So yeah, I mean, going into this, they're about ready. Heading into the first match, these teams have been waiting for this moment for a long time. I mean, I believe Luti started in October. I believe it was October.
I do believe so. Yep.
My team actually dropped, so. So my team dropped from before.
My team absolutely lost our semifinals.
Yeah.
All right, now we are starting the game, moving in with the pencil from Storm in the Teacup, while Gambawaffeln pulls out the ballpoint. What?
Oh, never mind. I thought Joe Ryan was zooming in on Brownie. How dare you not be on the production side of things? Oh, that's why.
That's why.
So I mean,
yeah, it wouldn't be like a, you know,
it wouldn't be a Luti set if it wouldn't be a Luti set if the streamer doesn't get put on one of the two teams.
Indeed.
So I believe they're about to start. another couple seconds and we'll be in this. But I mean, again, Brinewater zones. It's gonna be it's a short map, so I think ballpoint is gonna be really viable alongside the junior. I think the junior is gonna be the main way to get rid of the ballpoint because of the bubble. So I think that's gonna be interesting to see. But
like, given the small sneak peek of the comps the other teams have been pulling out for this set, it seems like Storm and Teacup is going to pull out a pencil for zones.
Maybe, yeah. Okay, so it looks like we're about ready, but I think I know I've been saying that a lot, but a pencil would be good with Tacticooler, because I think the only Tacticooler, I think both teams actually no, from what I'm seeing on Gambawaffel's side, they don't have any Tacticooler weapons. And I believe Storm and Teacup, they do have a Zap player, so they are gonna have that advantage if they do decide to go Zap, which I think is definitely an option because it is zones, and they do have somebody else who can use ballpoint, so I think that's also gonna be viable for them. So yeah, we're going right into this match. I didn't even notice. They did go Zap. But looks like Storm and Teacup not even going for the ballpoint. Actually, no one's going for the ballpoint. Both teams rushing this zone, but they both have that E-leader, which is going to be super strong. That's not an E-leader, that's a pencil. I'm sorry. Anyways, Brownie down on that zone, popping the Tacticooler, but the Crab gets popped out from the side of Storm. And they're going to be getting that zone, trapping what's the shot player there, but they jump out just in time. But both teams are not really on the zone, so it's kind of just... They're just going in for the picks at this point. We do see that Kraken coming in here, trying to take out the members of Storm, but it's not going to be working. They go back in the zone to protect themselves, but it looks like Gambawaffeln has the zone for now.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be an all-out brawl on zone with the J-Splat pulling out his, trademark J-Suko, taking two shots out on Gambawaffeln and take back the zone, allowing them to just get back mid and maybe push in a bit further and push back Gambawaffeln.
They're now going into this. They got the zone. They're going in for that lead, but at this point, Gambawaffeln, they're kind of pushed back now. And if Storm could just keep throwing bombs at them, they have that Tacticooler, they have the Trizuka ready, they have a couple of specials, and they just have to try to push in now and try to get whatever picks that they can. Wavebreaker's out, and there goes that Kraken on to J-Splat. They're trying to take them out. Rushing in right for them, but the zone gets capped. They do take out J-Splat just in time. Gambawaffeln gets that zone, but it looks like Storm and Teacup trying to paint it over, but they do have a solid lead for now. They're 2 down, so they're going to jump out, recharge their specials, and get ready, while Gambawaffeln is going to try to keep them out.
Ooh, quite an offensive assault from Gambawaffel's, pulling out the Zuka right on the very, very small choke point of Brinewater. But it seems like Storm and Teacup are slowly making their way back out into the zone, pulling out the Zuka, taking out one member of Gambawaffel's and trying to take back the zone and get back that lead. They lost by 1 point. It seems like Gambawaffel's is back on the defense, trying to get back the zone, not allowing Storm and Teacup to get back the zone, pulling out the Kraken to try and take out anyone hanging back from Storm and Teacup.
They are almost able to get that temple to get taken out just in time, but that 1 point coming in, there goes that Tacticooler. They almost have that crab ready. They are ready to defend this zone with their lives. I mean, this is all it comes down to. We are halfway through this match. It's a 1 point lead. Storm and Teacup about to take it. Try Zuka on that crab. It doesn't take him out, though. They're trying to get whatever picks that they can. Shot goes down, and it looks like that was with the zap. And now 3 down on the side of Gambawaffel's. Storm and Teacup still keeping that zone in, but Nezzy is going to get taken out by that Kraken, and another by that Kraken. Storm and Teacup keeping up this lead very nicely.
Indeed, indeed. It seems like Gambawaffel's are quite reliant on the distraction their Kraken provides. It seems like Gambawaffel's, despite trying to take back the zone, go 2 down, leaving also Tormented Teacup with 2 down, just trying to duke it out for the zone, 2v2, and it's gonna, it seems like Gambawaffel's kicked it. No! Tormented Teacup takes the zone back, but it seems like Gambawaffel's try and hold them back with the Zuka, and it seems like they just ensuring mutual destruction. With Storm and Teacup losing 3 members, allowing Gambawaffel's to take back the zone and potentially get back the lead.
And I mean, Gambawaffel's, they do not want this match going down. They want to take this win. First point is going to be really needed, but the double coming in from that Trizuka. The gate still stays alive. They're trying to get that zone. The crabs out from the side of Storm and Teacup. They're trying to pin as much as possible. There goes that Tacticooler. They do take that zone, but they do have a 50 penalty to go through. And it looks like the members of Gambawaffel's are kind of scattered. That gal, they do get taken out. They do try to cap that zone, but it's just the leader and the shot. It's not going to be enough. And all the members of Storm and Teacup are on that zone. They are protecting it with their lives. And now Gambawaffel's, they really have to try to get whatever picks that they can and push in here. We do see the there goes that Zuka and the Wavebreaker come down here. There goes the Tacticooler. All their specials pop. They're rushing in for that zone. They do cap it. The Kraken goes out there. They do get the pick off of J-Splat. And they are rushing in for that pencil. They don't take him out, but they do take that zone. And that's what really matters here. But it looks like Storm and Teacup, they're still trying to get that zone with the leader. The crab comes in with a shot on that zone, pinning it just in time. They got 30 seconds to down on the side of Storm and Teacup. This is Gambawaffel's real last chance to really keep the zone. And now with Nick getting taken out by what seems to be the E-leader, Nezzy gets taken out there, and Gambawaffel's still keeping that zone. 2 down on both sides. Storm and Teacup has to back up for a second, and the members of Gambawaffel's are really pushing in here. But now this comes down. This is Storm and Teacup's last chance. They gotta push in now or it's over.
Indeed, indeed. They must be padding. And it seems like they just managed to take back the zone just as we thought Gambawaffel's would have the game.
That was... I thought they had it for a second, but Storm and Teacup, they are not letting that first game go, especially on zones Brinewater. They just jump right in there, get that zone. They knew all that matters is that they needed to paint that zone, and that's exactly what they did. That's what really helped them advance to now tower control on...
I think that's Crableg.
Crableg. I keep forgetting the new maps, but I mean, we're looking at this replay. I mean, early on in this match, we see how Gambawaffel's immediately went in for that zone with the Tacticooler, but Storm and Teacup was able to quickly retaliate with that crab, and that really let Storm and Teacup have that first push. And we saw how useful that Kraken was. We saw all the Zukas being popped, and we saw how well the players sharked. But I mean, an incredible first match to really start off the set. Both teams, great special coordination. I mean, the Tacticooler, the Waybaker, the Kraken's coming in with the Tacticooler. Really useful for the members of the Gambawaffel's. And they were able to really keep the zone in for a while. They had lead, But honestly, they just did not. Storm and the Teacup did not want to lose that match fast, and they had a really aggressive playstyle going into this. The second they knew they took lead, they had to defend that zone with their lives. And even when that splatter shot got taken out, they were still doing really good with that double coming in. I forgot who got that double. I think it was with the Zuka, but that was really useful for them. But they did get locked at that 10 remaining mark.
Yeah, it seems like they just tried their best to get as much as a lead as they could. Oh.
So now, with Storm the Teacup taking that first game, that really sets the bar for Gambawaffel's. I mean, now that they know how aggressive Storm the Teacup can play, I mean, even though Gambawaffel's, they were pushing in with 3 specials, Storm the Teacup was still able to counter that, which is going to be really good for them. If they can really just figure out how to just deal with all their specials and counter, because I mean, we were seeing Tactical or Kraken come out, and that is a very deadly combo. And Storm the Teacup was very good with dealing in it. But I think going into the second game, Gambawaffe might take a different approach, especially with the weapons that they use here. So let's see what they got.
Oh, and it seems like they replaced out their ballpoint with a pencil and also going junior.
That's going to be interesting. Tent's still out with the pencil, and we do see the junior. So that's going to be interesting to see how they approach it on the tower. And right away, we do see these two teams rush each other to Tent out. They're just really just trying to get as much space as possible. But they Zuka taken out too right at the start of the match. And Gambawaffel's 3 down on the side of Storm the Teacup, and that's going to be their time to push.
It seems like they have all the cards stacked with them, and it seems like Storm and the Teacup are trying their best to stop the tower from moving forward, but they just can't move any further forward towards the tower, pulling out the Zuka to try and push back any members from Gambawaffe, taking out their pencil and getting back the tower, moving their way back into mid, but it seems like the ballpoint gets taken out. Biobomb also taking down Nether the Tent, allowing Gambawaffe to get back at the tower and try and move on to the next checkpoint.
So now we do see another player going down the side of the Storm, and Gambawaffel's are really pushing up. They're being a lot more aggressive, which is good for them. And I think that's going to be, they're trying to just limit how much space Storm the Teacup really has there, using the strikes to really just get them off that tower, because that's what they really needed. And it's working so well for them. They're going to keep using that, but it's not going to be much worth if Gambawaffe just keeps pushing in harder and harder. And Storm the Teacup, they haven't even touched the tower yet, so they're going to try to get their specials ready and push in. I think they're going to do that right now. They got that Inkjet ready, but we do see 2 go down on the side of the Storm, so they're not going to be able to push in here. Gambawaffel's taking that tower again, and another push from them. That's going to really add some points to the board for them.
Definitely. It seems like they pull out all of their specials right on the tower to try and push back against Gambawaffe, trying to put an end to that push and try to set up for their own. It seems like they have posted the map control right now. It seems like they are trying their hardest to try and get that push to the tower, but it seems like they just get shut down. It seems having 1 down on the side of their team. It seems like Gambawaffe are taking back mid with the tri-strike going out from J-Splat, forcing them out of mid, trying to get back to tower, but it seems like Gambawaffe are just pulling out a tenacious defense, taking out 3 members of Storm in the Teacup. How will they try and get the tower now?
I mean, I said that Gambawaffel's, if they're more aggressive, they can win this, and that's exactly what's going on, but they're 3 down now, and this is going to be Storm the Teacup's best chance to come back here. I mean, not very aggressive pushes from both sides. I mean, barely getting past that first checkpoint on both sides even. Storm and the Teacup barely pushed at all, and now as I'm saying that, they're reaching that first checkpoint in here. Strikes coming out, Inkjet's coming out. They want to defend this tower with their lives, but the Tent coming in here with that Zuka, they get a really good pick, but they aren't even to get that tower in time. And they get stopped right there, but no, they did pass the checkpoint. That's going to be really good for them. Though now they're 3 down, they got past that checkpoint, and they definitely needed that. They got a minute 40 to come back, and that's definitely enough time. But with Gambawaffel's pushing right now, I think that's going to be a chance for them to really add some points to the board and make this a little bit more harder for Storm the Teacup to come back from.
It just seems like both teams just have quite the strong defense, not allowing either one to really make it super far into the map. And it seems like despite pulling out the bubble, Gambawaffel's push ends at a 55 points, allowing them to get even further lead, and also allowing so many Teacup to try and move forward past mid and set themselves out to try and take back the lead, leaving Gambawaffel's just stuck in their plat.
And that's what they really want. They want them to get stuck up there. The Inkjet coming out there, but one getting taken out. That shot's down now. But they do get taken out there. The trade does come through, and they do take that lead there just in time. But no, this whole slaughter is going on. Storm to Teacup is still on that tower. The Gals trying their best to get them off. They get one of them. But can they get the other one? No! And the tank trying to hop back on that tower to try to get that next checkpoint. And they do get it with that Zilka. And that's going to be huge for Storm to Teacup as they're advancing in these last 30 seconds.
And it seems like they are just constantly on a roll with the tri-strikes pushing back Gambawaffel's, not allowing them to try and get the tower, but it seems like Gambawaffel's rushes the tower, losing 2 members, leaving only Zap left on Storm to Teacup, defending them right before they get the end goal.
Bomb kill! Ooh. They do get the bomb kill, but they're still on that tower. That Zap was such a good play. One gets taken out, and it's just that gal on that tower. J-Splat's going for it. They throw that wall down. They don't want them on that tower. People get taken out. As he tries to go for the tower, but they get it just in time. And Storm to Teacup. What a comeback. And they're going to be going 2-0 into this set. But damn, that was an incredible performance. I mean, Storm to Teacup, very passive in the first 2 minutes of the match. They didn't push at all. And Gambawaffel's was pushing as much as they could. I believe they had 3 different pushes, down to 55. And then Storm to Teacup just said, whatever, dude. We're just going to run in here, and we're going to push all the way down to 9. And definitely we're going to see this replay. Yep. Right there at the beginning, Gambawaffel's gets that double, they get the triple, and that's the start of their push. We're less than 30 seconds into the game, and Gambawaffel's is also pushing. But I mean, we went a solid 2 minutes without seeing any push from Storm to Teacup. They were playing very passive during this entire game. But, I mean, we saw they try to push up right here. This was their best chance of really pushing up. But all of a sudden, they go 2 down. And that's a chance for Gambawaffel's to push back in and get more points on that board. But, I mean, the strikes were really was really good for Storm to Teacup. They were able to throw Gambawaffel's really fast. And I mean, look at this. The tent was also doing really good at defending, but right here, Storm to Teacup, they start to be a little bit more aggressive, taking in that first checkpoint before they go down. And that's when they knew they definitely have a chance. If they were able to push back that first checkpoint, they have a chance of winning that match. And right here, the second they got Gambawaffel's off of that tower, they're like, all right, 55, whatever. But we're gonna just go in. We're gonna just lock him in the base and just try to take lead as fast as possible. And now we're going into Rainmaker Humpback.
Ooh, I do not have the most positive opinions on Humpback Rainmaker, just because it's both pathways are just very, very choke pointy for either checkpoint.
So, I mean, now that they're getting ready for their third match, Rainmaker, one of the most aggressive modes in the game. Probably is the most aggressive mode in the game. So now the aggression really matters going into this. I mean, if Storm to Teacup, if they decide to be passive for the first 2 minutes, that's going to put real pressure on them because Gambawaffel's is going to push there and take all the points possible. So both teams have to play very aggressive going into this game. Both teams have that ball point, and we do see the tactical on both sides. So that's going to be interesting. 2 zaps, 2 ball points, very similar comps. They're going in for that first. Rainmaker push. Storm to Teacup does get it, but I mean, we see Gambawaffel's. They have that control. They want to push up. Storm to Teacup definitely wants to push up there, but both teams are kind of at a stalemate at this point. But we do see one going down the side of Gambawaffel's. Tactical spots, and this is Storm to Teacup's chance to advance.
And it seems like it will be their time to advance. Them charging in with the Rainmaker going for the checkpoint. But it seems like Gambawaffel's pulls out the Inkjet, try and hold back Storm to Teacup. But no, they just get the checkpoint anyways. But it seems like this is Gambawaffel's opportunity to try and push back into mid, taking out 2 members of Storm to Teacup earlier. But it seems like J-Splat has another thing to say, pulling out his trade market J-Zuka to try and stop Gambawaffe from trying to move back out. It seems like there's a flank from the left with an Inkjet going out. Storm the Keeper is just not letting Gambawaffles out from that checkpoint.
I mean, they definitely saw the mistake that they made in that second match being passive. So now they're completely changing it up, going for these aggressive plays. But right here, Gambawaffel's are going in for that first checkpoint. Ellie trying to defend, but they get taken out there, and they do get that checkpoint, and that's gonna be huge for them because now they can just try to pick up that Rainmaker and get that lead here. That might be exactly what they do here, but they're playing safe. They want to play the safe approach. They don't want to get taken out again. They want to keep all their players alive, and it's fine if it resets here. But I mean, right here, the Zuka coming out here. They're going for it, but it looks like the Rainmaker is going to reset there just before being taken out with that trade. But Gambawaffel's, they do have control. They do have that Rainmaker, and J-Splat tried to stop them, but it's not enough. He's going to back up and get ready because Gambawaffel's has another push coming in.
Indeed, they're trying their best to try and move into that checkpoint. It seems like the Inject has another thing to say, taking out two members of Gambawaffe, leaving the Rainmaker on their own to try and defend themselves. It seems like J-Star pulls out another J-Star, getting the lucky shot on Brufney and allowing Storm and Teacup to try and push out of their base.
There, I mean, now this is basically just a fight for aggression. I mean, both teams, they're going at each other. But even though the guy picks up the Rainmaker, they did not plan to pick up that Rainmaker. But now they have it. One down on both sides. And now they do get taken out there. Two down on the side of Gambawaffel's. Storm to Teacup, they're going to try to advance now. They do get the pick off of Brownie. And now Nick goes down here. And Storm to Teacup picking it up again. This is their chance to take that lead there. A Gate does not want that happening. They get the pick off of the ballpoint taken out, but just after that, it looks like Gambawaffel's had to push from behind to stop that Rainmaker.
Indeed. It seems like Gambawaffel's will be pushing back against them, turning the tables and setting themselves up for that push to try and get the lead. But it seems like Inkjet tries their best to stop Gambawaffel's, but it seems like that was not enough, allowing Gambawaffel's to take the lead from Storm in the Teacup. But it seems like Nezzy pulls out the vac, trying to push them back and get the pop, and it seems like it's working, pushing back. Oh, taking out two members from Gambawaffel's with that Zuka, and this is their opportunity to try and get back the lead. They were stopped by Gambawaffel's.
And now we do see a Gate backing up there. One down the side of Gambawaffel's. They really want to push in here, but their ballpoint goes down there. But they are by that checkpoint. They're trying to push in. This is their shot to push in here. The Whale comes in there, and they take the lead, and they're rushing it down to 19 the last minute of the match. That was perfect for Storm and a Teacup.
Yeah, it just seems like Nezzy's vac just ate up all of Gambawaffel's shots. Just not letting them try and defend their base. Having two of their members taken out, but the Rainmaker does get reset, shutting down Storm and the Teacup to push, but it seems like they will not die today. It seems like two members of Storm and the Teacup are just being annoying, delaying Gambawaffel's from trying to get out back into mid.
Now this is their last chance. The last 10 seconds are coming in here. They pop that Kraken right into Storm to Teacup space. They want to try to distract them. They just want to be annoying, as you said here. Inkjet comes out here. One's down the side of Storm to Teacup. This is their chance to advance here. Two down on the side, but they get taken out by the Zuka, and that's going to be the game.
Oh, that was quite the unfortunate death. They were setting themselves up to get back in the lead, but it seems like Jay Zuka had another thing to say.
I mean, the Zukas have been very useful for Storm and the Teacup, so they're going to keep using that, and I think back really helped them. I mean, without that back, I don't even know if they would have taken the lead. So, that Storm and the Teacup, they're using their specials very wisely. They know what they have to do. And, I mean, looking at this replay, I mean, Storm and the Teacup, I said they got to be aggressive. And right here, we're 30 seconds into the match, and they pretty much clear first checkpoint just like that. And it stays like that for a while. I mean, both teams got a little bit passive. They didn't have very huge pushes. So, in the end game, that's very stressful for teams. but I mean, it stayed at 1661 for, I think, at least a minute, which I think is very stressful from both sides because they know if they just push like an inch, they'll take the lead.
Indeed, it just seems like Storm and Teacup, which is very much better at just seizing the moment and using that to just get a very, very big lead against Bramble Waffles, and it seems like that was going to go in their favor.
We saw right here, 2 down the side of Storm and Teacup. This was Gambawaffel's chance. I mean, they pushed down to 47, but I noticed with that vac, they really just kind of stopped them. They stopped them from pushing further. And right here, I mean, they just decided we're gonna pop back and we're just gonna rush it. And even with that inkjet, even with all 4 members of Gambawaffel's on him, with that Vax protection, they were able to get down to 19. And they did have a chance. They were about to go into overtime, but boom, the Zuka comes in and takes out 2 of the members, including the Rainmaker, and sets the game for Storm and Teacup going into the set 3-0.
Indeed, and now we're moving on. Now we're moving on to Crableg, Brinewater. Well, not Brinewater. I mean Inkblot. And it seems like, what are your opinions on this map?
I have mixed opinions. I'm just a Clan Blitz hater. I don't like Clan Blitz. I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather play zones only. For
no!
I'd rather play zones only because zones, I mean, is quick. If you're the better team, you're gonna KO. If you're not the better team, you're gonna get KO'd. That's all it is. But I mean, Clan Blitz, I just feel like it's such a slow-paced mode. So I think now this is where teams, they have to slow down and really prepare for their pushes. I mean, have at least 2 specials while you're pushing. I'd say you want 3 specials while you're pushing, and be ready to defend, because if there's a strong, if they're pushing and they got like 3 specials, including a Tacticooler and whatever else they have, and they've been using Tacticooler and Kraken a lot, if they have that, that's going to be a very strong push, and they can definitely Kraken cheese us. That's definitely a possibility.
Definitely. Both of these teams play quite aggressively when the favor goes to them, but it seems like which teams will slow down a bit more, just be more a bit passive, and just try and get that claim and look for that opportunity. It seems like Storm and Teacup might have the advantage in that regard because they just are masters at just seizing the moment, getting that one key push forward and getting like that lead in.
It is Nyat. Thanks, Majora. It is Nyat.
Yeah.
Here, wait, should we do a live meow?
Live
meow?
Oh,
live
no.
meow. But, thanks, Joran. He switched it just for that. Thanks, Joran.
Oh,
that's why we have
right.
fun streamers. I know, right? I'm Nyat. Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah, no, the stream can't hear the voices in our heads.
Can't hear streamer. Bro's gonna do it for me. Yeah, hell yeah, I do it for you, Majora.
Yeah, then do it.
Yeah, I'm Nyat, by the way. I'm not Matt. I'm Nyat.
Oh.
Just a little.
Oh, no.
I'm Nathu Mega 123. That's my old username, and now it's just Nyat Mega. Yeah. But alright. Enough with the Matt lore, the Dapple Productions chat. Going into this Clan Blitz Inkblot Art Academy. When we see the ballpoint coming out there, that gal, and actually really similar comps on both sides. Look at that.
I think near exact comp, except for the choice of swapping out the shot for a T-Tech on the side of Storm in the Teacup.
So anyways, going into this, I mean, both teams, they want to get control, they want to get as many claims as possible. And the thing commentators always say, clan economy is key to winning, and I think both teams are really going to focus that. I mean, yeah, they're going to focus on aggression, but it's better if they really prepare for their pushes. Instead of taking a bunch of fast pushes, take one big push and get like an extra 40 on the score.
Indeed, it seems like Gambawaffel's pulls out the inkjet that tries and pushes back Storm and the Teacup, but it seems like they go 2 down. No, yeah, 2 down, allowing allowing Storm and Teacup to try and make their way through mid and set themselves up for a push with that power clam. Pumbaa is holding, but it seems like Gambawaffeln is just being a little bit tenacious with that Zuka, getting a double against Storm and Teacup, stopping that power clam from making any further past mid, pushing Storm and Teacup back into their own plat.
Right here, Kraken comes out. Gambawaffeln, they want to push in here. Though they have 2 super claims, they are backed up completely. And Gambawaffeln has a chance of pushing in here now that they have one down, and now it's now a 4v3. And there goes that Inkjet, and they're pushing in. They got that ink wall to use, and they throw in that burst claim to start it. 3 minutes, 30 seconds, and Gambawaffeln gets the first power claim into the basket. And now they're really advancing on the side of Storm and Teacup. They have a couple more claims going down there, down to 68 before being taken out there. 3 down on the side of Gambawaffeln. They're definitely going to push out there. Though it wasn't a really huge push, it was a push nonetheless to start that game. And now that they have the lead, they really want to defend themselves because, I mean, they got 2 super claims. And, oh, they're jumping. They're jumping! Wait, what? Oh my god! They got the sneak in! And all 3 power claims went in! They get wiped out, but down to 40 for Storm and Teacup. What a lead change!
Oh, that must sting. Having that Kraken just walk into their own play and then just have 3 power clams jump in and just surprise them. But it seems like Gambawaffeln are trying their best to move back into mid and get those 2 power clams in. But it seems like J-Splat shuts them down with those strikes. And then Storm and Teacup are making their way back into Gambawaffeln's plat to try and stop them from getting... My god, we are just not focusing on the right stuff, because while Storm and the Teacup are trying their best to, you know, stop Gambawaffeln from moving out, it seems like one of them just sneakily snuck in and allowing those 2 power clams to go in and get that lead.
Holy crap! I've never seen that before! Anyways, the tactical there, Nezzy jumping back to their base, and I mean, both teams, I have a good amount of clams. But Gambawaffeln, they're now letting them have this game easily. They won't let that complete sweep happen. 24 to 40. And now Storm and Teacup, they're backed up, but they do have a lot of clams on their side. Kraken comes in here. They might go for another cheese. And I think they're going for another cheese. They're trying to push it back, but the jump's not far enough. They do get one of the super clams in here, but it's not going to be enough. They do get the other one in there, down to 30, but it's not going to be enough to take that lead there. And the members of Storm and Teacup are already backed up. So it's not enough time to push in there, but definitely lowering down that lead is going to be huge for them. And I mean, with a minute left, both teams have a good chance of pushing in there and just taking them that score by a lot.
Gambawaffeln has all to lose, while Storm and Teacup has all to gain. It seems like they have that power clam, just 1 power clam and a few clams, and they get back the lead. So Gambawaffeln will go overtime with their defense, trying to stop Storm and Teacup from ever pushing in, but it seems like that might not be likely, with Nether going in.
Here we go. Here's another.
Making their way in.
The strikes coming out there. They're jumping in with that Kraken. Is this going to be enough to take the lead here? They break the barrier, but isn't enough. They take the lead with just a 1 point remaining. Desi coming in there, trying to get that last climb, but it's not enough. 30 seconds left there. Storm and Teacup taking lead last second here. And now it all comes down to Gambawaffeln with their 3 power clams.
Indeed, but it seems like it's going to be very, very unlikely, with A pulling out the Inkjet, just shutting them down, leaving them stuck in their own plat. How will Gambawaffeln try and get out of this? Will they get out of this? But it seems like Storm and Teacup is just trying to ensure an absolute dominant game right now.
I mean, here's the overtime. This is their last chance. The Gal goes down on the side of Storm and Teacup. They want to push up there, but do they have enough time to push is the question. They pop that tactical. They are rushing straight in here. Zap comes in there, try to get whatever they can. Ball point goes down there, and they're trying to get the jumps in, but do they have enough time? The strikes come in there, but it's not enough time. The power clam gets taken out there. Storm and Teacup takes the game. What did I just watch?
Oh my god,
we
just saw both teams surprising each other with just the surprise power clam Kraken strategy. But it seems like Storm and Teacup were just strong enough to try and eke out that lead. Oh my god, what an intense game.
Oh my god. Can we look at the replay? How many Kraken ball cheeses were there? I mean, starting off early in the match, I mean, Gambawaffel's, they had mid advantage. They had that first push and going in. It wasn't a strong push, but it was a push that definitely did count for them, which was really good. As long as you know you can push on the other team, you have a chance at winning. And I mean, right there, these synchronized jumps, they knew, wait, they're in our base, down to 60 right away. And then Gambawaffel's is thinking, wait a second, what if we do that? We got 3 power clamps, we go for the jump, and how about we throw all of our power clamps in there down to 24? How about that, Storm in a Teacup?
Oh my god. It seems like the stream camera was also trying to lag behind from all these surprises we were being shown.
I mean, I got 5 different clips that game. What happened? Why is low level more exciting than high level? Can someone tell me that?
Like, I think it just seems like both teams are just willing to just pull out these low-level strategies that might not work as well in high level and mid-level, just allowing more surprise and just a lot more fun in these variety of strategies.
I love so much fun. Like, damn! How many Kraken teams out there? My voice is strained from all of that.
But it seems like we are moving into the penultimate game for Storm into Teacup. Them having 4-0. This is the game for them to win and win the grand final. Gambawaffel's might be panicking with how dominant Storm into Teacup. If they want to just try and get this one game to stop Storm into Teacup and try and get other games so they can have a chance at winning.
Yeah, I mean, this is their last shot. Splat zones, Mako to end it all. They were able to get really good pushes on Splat Zone, so let's see if they can pull out something. Try to at least get that 1 point to get that morale boost that they need, but right away, Storm into Teacup does take that zone here. We do see all the specials charging up there. 2 down on the side of Gambawaffel's. They're already backed up now, and I mean, we see how well Storm into Teacup has taken advantage. They have that Death Cooler. They have the zone completely locked down, and it's been 30 seconds.
And they just have specials at the ready for when Gambawaffel's try and make their way out of their own base, pulling out the tri-splash to try and cap the zone, but it seems it's not working. Storm into Teacup is just ready for any kind of assault. Gambawaffel's trying to pull out, taking out 2 members with that crab, and it seems like this is not looking good at all for Gambawaffel's. They are not being allowed out of their base at all, just being stuck in their plant, stuck in their snipe. Storm into Teacup is not letting them have any opportunity to move out.
And right here, we see that Kraken coming in here. This is their chance. They are going for this zone. This is their last shot, and they do take that zone. But quickly gets flipped over for Storm into Teacup. But now they have a little bit more time to work with, and they have that zone now. We do see them going down there. 2 down on the side of Storm into Teacup. Gambawaffel's takes control. They want to stay in this game, and they have been fighting so hard, and I love it.
Indeed, indeed. I was on the edge of my seat of just watching the counter tick down into that 10, but it seems like Gambawaffel's are having quite a strong hold on the zone right now, with J-Spot trying to go for a flank, but it seems like the Pencil expected and take him out, but it seems like I was going to say Storm into Teacup was going to get back the zone, but it seems like Gambawaffel's pulls out another good defense, shutting them down, just not letting go of the zone. They know what's at stake if they do let that zone go, so they're just trying their hardest to hold on to it, get that lead, and get that one set in to stop Storm into Teacup from winning.
Right, I mean, we see they're picking them off one by one. They just have 10 ticks left. They have that Zuka, they have the strike, so Splash goes down there, and this is their chance. Gambawaffel's coming in here, and they take the lead with 2 down on the side of Storm into Teacup. They pick up that zone here. They don't cap it in time, and Gambawaffel's stay in the game.
Oh my god, thank god they won, because I want to watch more of these games.
Oof. Alrighty. We're staying in here. They said, no, we need more content. Brownie said we need more content. So here we are. We're getting more content. More content.
Yes, the streamer in Brownie will not let them lose to try and eke out more content for us to watch.
I want more content. This is a really exciting and fun set. I mean, we saw how much, I don't know, BS trickery in Clamblets. But I mean, Gambawaffel's, they're taking in the game. They have the heart that they need to win. And right there, they take that game. And now they're thinking, all right, we took a game. Now, this is our time. This is our chance. They know they're able to take games off of Storm and the Teacup. And this is their time for a potential comeback.
Indeed, indeed. This one game will mean a lot for Gambawaffle because like they've just been losing for just 4 times in a row. They might just be motivated, but this one win and a knockout as well will just boost their motivation to try and just keep going and go for that reverse sweep.
And there it is at the middle point of that set. Storm and the Teacup is up 4-1 against Gambawaffle, but Gambawaffle, they're staying in the game. They don't want to lose this set. That's exactly what's going on here. And I mean, even though it's been so dominant in Storm and the Teacup's lead, I mean, Gambawaffles is still keeping up with it. And they've been pushing really hard to get this win. And I know they aren't going down without a fight. I mean, they fought all their way here from week 1 of group stage all the way to here in grand finals. I mean, I believe Luti started in October, so for the past 2 months they've been really giving it their all, and this is where all of their practice and sets really come into play here. This is all that matters, and I know Gambawaffles, they're thinking, all right, we can take a game off, we can take another game, we can take another game. That's the mindset they have to keep during this entire set. So they need to be careful of Storm the Teacup's aggression, but they know now that they can win. If they can win games, they can win a set, and that's what they have to really think here going in on Tower Control Sturgeon.
Indeed, indeed. And it seems like we're going to be moving on to the game now with Tower Control Sturgeon Shipyard.
Here we do see the ball points coming in here. Both teams have ball points. Very similar comps here with the zaps and the shots. They want to use that Zuka. I mean, the only difference is that we see the Gal and the tent difference. And that just means we have either an extra Zuka or a Kraken, which are both very good options.
Indeed, indeed. And Storm and the Teacup gets the first touch of the tower, controlling mid, not allowing Gambawaffles to make it out of their own court, but it seems like their Zuka goes out, pushing back Storm and Teacup actually, but it seems like they respond in return with their own Zuka, stopping Gambawaffles from trying to get back to the tower, but they managed to just get that very small lead at the start of the game, taking out 2 members of Storm and the Teacup, going pretty well for Gambawaffles so far.
And now going in for this Gambawaffles. They have that first push. There comes that Kraken trying to take out anyone. They see that coolers popped, and they're pushing back that first checkpoint. First checkpoint is always that one checkpoint that gets everyone stumped. So it's really good for them that they got past their ink check coming in here. Tactical on the side of Storm and the Teacup. They do get the tower. Nick gets taken out there 2 down the side of Gambawaffles. But down to 34 to start off that push is going to be huge for them.
Indeed, indeed. Like, it's going to be quite hard for Storm and Teacup to try and get that lead back, but it seems like they might just have a chance with them having both a Zuka and a Inkjet on the ready just for when they reach that checkpoint. With Gambawaffles going 2 down, but also Storm and Teacup going 2 down. No, 3 down now, and it seems like Gambawaffles managed to take out Storm and Teacup before they even reach the first checkpoint and even get their chance to get the lead.
Kelly with that triple, I mean, making sure they didn't even touch that first checkpoint. Gambawaffles, they know what they have to do now, and they're executing it. They're executing it perfectly. I mean, here comes that Kraken again. They're pushing down there. They need to pop that Kraken for support. We do see the ball point jumping out there. They do reach that second checkpoint. Puma coming in there trying to take out anyone from above. Nick still staying alive there. Nezzy trying to get that picks with that 10 umbrella. They are going to be pushing out. They get the pick off of Pelly. Now we're seeing the trades coming on the board 2 down the side of Gambawaffle. And Storm the Teacup, they want to advance now. They want to get past that. Another trade happening with Storm the Teacup pushing up that tower.
Indeed, indeed. It just seems like a back and forth, just with Gambawaffel's making their way pretty far into Storm the Teacup's area, but it seems like Storm the Teacup makes it to the first checkpoint, but they get taken out by the Zuka. Gambawaffel's is just not letting them get any opportunity to even threaten their lead at all, with the one taking out from the left pit, and it's a 3v3, but it seems like Siat just won that encounter, just having just one more person out, but it seems like Gambawaffel's seems, oh my god, just so much going on with the Kraken going out, stopping Storm the Teacup but falling down, allowing Storm the Teacup to try and get back on the tower and try and get that first checkpoint.
Now going into this, they do clear that checkpoint, and they do have that tactical alert, but the Zuka does take out one of them. That's going to be huge because now they have to get back on that tower. They do get back on that tower. 3 down inside of Gambawaffel's, and that's a wipeout, and that's going to be huge for Storm the Teacup. They are advancing to that second checkpoint, and this is their time to take lead, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing here. The Brella's out there, and we see all these specials coming out here from both sides. They push back that checkpoint, and this is now or never for Gambawaffel's. And it looks like in the nick of time, they stop the tower with a 1-point push and they wipe them out. And Gambawaffel's stays in the game with a minute left.
Oh my god, I do not want to know what Gambawaffel's might have been feeling in that moment. They must have been panicked and just relieved once they stopped that tower from getting that knockout. But it seems like they're trying to set up themselves for another push with their Gao going down, but it seems like the Zuka tries and stops Storm the Teacup from making it out of their court, with the Kraken going in, stopping Storm the Teacup from making any kind of resistance, with another Inkjet going out from Gambawaffel's as well. The tower goes in towards the last checkpoint, but it seems like Storm the Teacup managed to stop Gambawaffel's from getting any more points off of that checkpoint. How will Gambawaffel's try and get back the lead now?
I mean, coming in here, last 10 seconds, they have that tower. 10 gets taken out there. We do see them trying to advance upwards, but I mean, Storm the Teacup, they have mid control. They have everything they need to win this game here, but they do get barely taken out there. They jump on the tower to save it. Storm the Teacup taking the division. Luti, Season 14 Division 6 Finals, 5-1 over Gambawaffel's. What a set!
What a set indeed. Despite Storm the Teacup just going 5-1, Gambawaffel's still put up a very, very good fight, with many of the games going in their favor, just barely losing, like certain fights, just letting Storm the Teacup get that snowball in. But let's just congratulate Storm the Teacup for getting the Grand Champion title of Div 6.
What a show! I mean, Gambawaffel's, even though they were down 4, they still kept it in the game. And they did get that 1 point. And that's the motivation that they needed. I mean, they were very promising going into Game 6. I mean, down to 34 was amazing for them. But, I mean, Storm the Teacup, they just pushed back stronger. They were like, alright, they pushed far enough. We gotta end this set. And that's exactly what they did. They were gonna get that KO. But no, Gambawaffel's was like, hey, let us have one more push. They stopped him at 1, but it just was barely not enough. And Gambawaffel's, I mean, they put up such a great fight though.
Indeed, and it was quite the show. I think all of us here are just awestruck with just how great these games were.
I mean, still, we looking at the bracket, I mean, Storm the Teacup was the 8th seed, and even through all that, they still just remained strong all the way until the end, and it was just such a great set to watch. And what more can I say? I mean, it was a great set. Very close games, and I mean, yeah, it looked like at one point Storm the Teacup was gonna sweep, but if you really look at the game replays, Gambawaffel's was giving it their all, and a lot of those games are super close.
And just do not let any of the scores in those games fool you to think Storm the Teacup just had an absolute, just dominant play. No, Gambawaffel's tried their hardest, tried their best, and put up a very, very good fight.
Did. So I mean, congratulations to Storm the Teacup for winning the Luti Season 14 Division 6 Finals. GG's to Gambawaffel's, but I think that's going to be enough for us. So where can they find you?
Oh, they can find me on twitter.com/K_Olivia and also twitch.tv/K_Olivia. I stream occasionally, stream Splatoon. I stream other games as well. Do check me out if you like my commentary, and do check out Matt as well.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be hosting a gaming tournament later this month, so stay on the lookout. You can check out my Twitter at MatthewMako12 for updates. It's going to be a really fun gaming tournament, so you guys should check it out when you get a chance. But also, I want to shout out our streamer in the back doing all of this, Joe Ryan. He I love what Dapple Productions really has. They just have this huge group of streamers and just able to provide all this content for the viewers. It's very nice. But
Indeed,
I think that's going to be the end of the live stream. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.
See ya.